Okay, then. So we'll start, right? So the previous class we were discussing about the various approaches to leadership, right? So we saw what is the trait approach, then we saw what is the situational approach or other contingency approach to leadership. So this approach was developed, or theory was developed or put forward by Mr. Fred E. Fiedler and his associates, right? And what is the principle of this, or what is this theory actually? The theory is that people become leaders not only because of their personality attributes, but because of various situation factors and the interactions between the leaders and the group members, right? So, as we said in the trait approach, certain traits are important for leaders, right? Certain attributes, certain qualities are important for leaders. But contingency approach or situation approach says that it's not only that, okay, that's important, yes, but the situation, right? Various situation factors and how the leader and the members interact, that also plays a important role in the formation of a leader, right? So that's what the theory is. And what is the basis of this? Basis is that whenever a manager is making a decision, he should consider the situation, right? Like the one we set for the company which we have, right? 40 kilometers from the nearest town. So when he is planning, he should make sure that there is a transportation facilities available, right? Then only the entire process will be efficient, right? And then we saw what were the critical dimensions of leadership, right? There are three critical dimensions. What were they? The first one is position power, right? Position power means it's the power of a position. Okay, it's the power of a position which enables, which gives the leader the power so that his followers will follow him. Okay, so it's the power of position that enables a leader to get the group members to follow his decisions. Okay, that power is given by his position, right? Like we said of a minister. Okay, minister, the power is given by the our constitution, right? Similar to that. Okay, so this power arises from the organization authority, and according to Fiedler, a leader with clear and considerable position power can obtain good followership more easily than the one without such power. Okay, so if a leader is having clear power, okay, clear and considerable position power, then he'll garner more followership easily. Okay, it is easier for him. Okay, so it doesn't mean that a person without the power cannot do this. Okay, a person without the power can all position power can also acquire lead followership, but it will be much difficult for him. Okay, so if he has a position power, the leader can easily garner for followership, right? That's what the position power stands for. The next thing was task structure. Task structure. Okay, what is task structure? It is this dimension. Okay, the second dimension is task structure. It deals with the extent to which tasks can be clearly explained. Okay, like, and by doing so we can hold people responsible. So extent to which it has been explained, that a task is being explained clearly, and people be held responsible for them, right? So like we had said earlier, like 100 pens, uh, so pens 100 pens, 100 black pens. So by each progression, we are making it more and more clear. Like, if I say 100 black pens, so I can easily hold people who are responsible, right? If he or she is not able to produce that 100 pens, I can hold them responsible, right? 200 black pens. So that's what the second dimension is. Second dimension is about task structure. The third dimension is about leader-member relationship. Okay? And according to Fielder, this is the most important dimension. Why? Because the other two, the task structure and the question power, it's given by the organization, right? The Constitution of India gives the minister the power, right? Like this, the organization gives the power, the principle of power. The institutions giving the power. Okay? So institutions can replace that. Okay? Can control. So that is given by the organizer. Organization controls tasks and the position power, right? But the third dimension, that is leader member relation, it is how it deals with the extent to which the group members like and trust the leader and is willing to follow him or her. Okay? So that depends upon the leader. It's only on the leader. It doesn't depend on, sorry, it doesn't depend upon the power. It doesn't depend upon the structure. It depends upon the leader. How much I like, how much I trust a person will depend upon that person, right? So this is very important for an important dimension. Okay, the third dimension. Right? And based on the studies, Fiedler proposed two leadership styles. Okay, so this is according to Fiedler. Okay, there are numerous types of leadership styles which we will see in detail later. But according to Fiedler, there is two. Okay, so don't get confused. This is according to Fiedler. He alone is proposing this. Okay, and what are they? The first one is task oriented. Task oriented means the leader gains satisfaction by seeing that the tasks are performed. Okay? So when the tasks are performed, leader is happy, he is satisfied. Okay, that is task-oriented leader or task-oriented leadership style. Okay, and what's the second one? Second one is oriented towards achieving good interpersonal relations. Okay, and attaining a power of and a position of personal prominence. Okay? Second type of leadership. In this type of leadership, what happens is the leader tries to get into a good relationship with the subordinates. Okay, and if we can do that, you get a prominent position. Okay, personally, he will be prominent. Everyone will be looking up to him. Okay, he's a very good post. That's what. Okay, these are the two. And what is based on study, Fielder also found that what found that uh, when he asked the co-workers to rate others, those co-workers who got higher rating. Okay, those co-workers who got higher rating, they were following the second approach, that is forming a good relationship with it. Okay, so the workers, co-workers who had a good relationship with other workers got higher rating than the one who are more task oriented. Okay? That was again what Friedler found from his studies. And how can we conclude this model of leadership can be concluded or summarized it as three steps. Okay, so the first scenario is when the position power is weak. Okay, so when the leader or the okay, in the first dimension, that is the position power is weak. So he doesn't have much power. Okay, the position not giving him much of a power. Okay, and the task structure is also unclear. Okay, so there is no clarity in the task structure. And the third dimension, that is the leader member relations. Okay, the leader member relations are moderately poor. Okay, so all three dimensions are weak. Okay, your position power is weak, your task structure is unclear, and your leader member relations are poor, moderately poor. Okay, so that means the manager is or the leader is in an unfavorable situation. Like he doesn't have power, he doesn't have any idea about the task, and he doesn't have good relations with the subordinates. And in that kind of if that is the case, in that situation, the best approach to leadership is such a task approach. Okay, the most effective one is task approach. Okay, so second case, the ulta opposite of this. Okay, that is the position power is strong, the task is clear, and the leader member relations are good. Okay, as everything is good. So the leader is in a favorable position. If that is the scenario, then also the task oriented leader will be more successful. Is happy, so we can do okay, complete the task, then we can do better. Okay, and in the third case means we are in 50-50. Okay? That is situation is moderately favorable or moderately unfavorable. Okay, so we are in between. If that is the case, then the best leadership style will be relation oriented. Okay, so there's two types of leadership styles according to Fiedler, that is task oriented and relation oriented. Okay, so task oriented will be suited for when the scenario is very unfavorable and the scenario is favorable. And if the scenario is moderately favorable or unfavorable, that is in between. If that is the case, then more relation-oriented leadership style will be more suitable. Okay, so that was about contingency approach or dimensions of leadership and field plus study. Okay, the question might come up in any format. Clear? Right. So we'll move on to the next topic. Right. So the next topic is leadership behavior and style. Okay. So how should a leader person behave? What is the what should be what are the important characteristics of good leader? So in trait approach, we have seen, right? We have seen there are certain qualities which we look for, right? Like the drive in the person, his self-confidence, then his cognitive availability and cognitive ability and the knowledge of the business. Okay, then his honesty, integrity, right? Then also this one, motivation for the leadership. Right? All these things were desirable traits. Similar to that, it is here also. Okay, so whenever the question comes, see what is question. Okay? Don't get confused. So leadership qualities according to trait behavior, okay, trait approach. Maybe the question might be there. You have to write the other one. So in general, what are the qualities you should look for? Then write this one. Okay, better you can add this that also here. Okay. So what is the first thing? The first thing is a leader should be selflessness. Okay, he should not be selfish. Okay? If he's having good ideals, he's having good morale. Okay, if his moral is high, and his selflessness will be higher, and he will be a better leader. Okay, so a leader should be selfless. If he is thinking of himself, then how is he courageous? Okay, so he's ready to fight for you. Okay, he's ready to talk on behalf of you. Okay, his courage, his determination. Yeah? When the going gets tough, does he back out? Okay? Whether he is a determined person or not. Then his initiative. Okay? His initiative to take steps. Okay? Sometimes people may be afraid to and they may move back. But good leader should be one who is ready to take the necessary steps. So he should if he initiates, right? And then his knowledge. Knowledge can be about the should be about the business. Okay, what is about the problem, all those things. Then handling people, right? Handling people means how a leader behaves. See, we have said a leader should behave and take into account the situation, right? And what are the principle of leadership? The principle of leadership is that every single person will have their own goals. Okay? A good leader is the one who identifies these goals, and whenever they are making a decision, these goals reflect in them. Okay? That's a good leader. Okay? So a leader should be able to handle people. Okay? To handle people means, so if there is two persons, one is interested in estimation, okay, and other is interested in site works. Okay, so leader should identify that. Whether the person tells him or not, that's irrelevant. Okay, he should be able to identify. And whenever the task comes, okay, whenever he has to give out a task, so the person who is interested in site should get the opportunity of doing that. Okay, so see, competence is there. Okay, if he is competent, the thing is, both of these persons are competent. Okay, so either of them can do either of his job, but because his interest is in site work, so the leader, if I am a good leader, I'll see that he gets the site work. So what will happen? He will be more and more interested in doing the job. He will be trying to get him into the next level, develop himself. And the person who is interested in estimation or office work, I'll give them that work. So he'll be happy. He'll be doing that. That's how people that's to be handled. When a grievance comes, the chairperson behave to a person who was calling with grievances. Okay? So when an employee comes to you with a grievance, you should understand that and then we relate. Okay, you should not immediately dismiss it. What is his grievance? That you should understand, and that comes in the fifth point of communication. So communication and listen to. Okay, a leader should be willing to listen to people. He should not be like a radio, right? He'll come, he'll speak, he'll go. No. He'll come, whatever he has to say, he'll communicate to, and he'll leave. No, that's not a good leader. A good leader should be one who communicates and listens to what people have to say. Okay? That kind of person is a good leader. So that's what a good character of a good leader. Okay, you can also have honesty and integrity. You should be honest. You should have integrity. So we, okay, you can also have. You should have good ambition. You should have the drive. You can add to these, right? You should have self confidence. Okay. But the courage, determination, and initiative that comes under that. You can add that also, right? You can add on your look at the marks and write accordingly. Okay. Now the next topic is leadership styles. Okay. So this is a little bit of vast topic. So leadership styles we are having three types. Okay. Three leadership styles are there. What we have to study. There are many will be many are there, but one we have still only three. Okay. The first one is based on authority. How authority is used. Okay. Based on how authority is used. The second one is based on managerial grit. The third one is based on continuum. Okay, leadership as a continuum. So we'll see the first one today. First one is uh, the leadership based on the use of authority. So how does he use his authority? We know power, authority, responsibility. We have learned earlier, right? Right? Just 1 second. Sorry about that. So shall we continue? Okay. Uh, so what happens is in autocratic leadership style. It is in the style of leadership. The leader has the supreme authority. Okay, he's having the supreme authority in decision making. Okay? So what happens is the leader is the one who makes all the decisions, and leader makes the decision and announces it. Right. So what happens is uh, again, like in our case, the 500 pen case. Okay, the 500 pens. The leader will say, "You have to make 500 pens." Okay, no other thing. You have to make 500 pens. And how does this work? Why do people follow him? It is because the leader leads by the ability to withhold or give rewards and punishment. Okay? Withhold or give uh, punishment. Okay? Withhold or give rewards and punishment. So he may, in the old system, we saw how the slaves were treated, but here it might be salary hike may not be given. Okay? The as many say appraisal, right? Appraisal is a departed staffing, right? The appraisal, he might not give him the appraisal or the bonus or the leaves which he, okay, he may have sort of leave. So that may be he will be punished in that kind of person, or he may be demoted. Okay? He can be even terminated, right? So these are the punishments. And also rewards are also there. Reward extra, he'll get the bonus. He'll get more vacation days, right? So the person, the leader can withhold or give the rewards of punishment. Okay, that's how the system works. Okay, so in this type of leadership, the leader has supreme authority in decision making, right? And the leaders make decision and announces it. Okay? And why do people follow him? Because the leader has the ability to withhold or give rewards and punishment. Okay? So what is the role of subordinates over here? Subordinates have no role in decision making. The only role is obey the leader. Okay, they will play follow the leader. That's the only role. Okay, subordinates have no role in the decision making and have only to obey the leader. And what are the strengths of the this autocratic leadership? The strength is no delay in the process of decision making. Okay, decision making is quick. Why? Because a single person is making decision. We know decision making is a tedious process. Why? Because we had to consider all the alternatives. We had to evaluate all the alternatives and then select the best among them. Okay, and while doing this thing, we have to take into account of other people also, right? What is the input from other people? All these things we have to consider. Then only we are making the decision. So many heads are involved in the decision making, but here only the leader is there. He will do what he thinks is good. Okay, what he thinks is right. Okay, that's how he behaves. Okay, that's how. So there's no delay in the process of decision making in this case. Okay, and now then also responsibilities can be easily fixed. Okay, the leader is the one who's making decision. So it's decision, we have to just follow it. Okay, responsibility is among the leader itself. But also what a leader can do, he can assign, okay, 500 pens has to be made, and person A person A has to see to that 500 pens are made. Now what happens? It is the responsibility of A to see that 500 pens are made by the subordinates. Right? So responsibilities can be easily assigned. Okay? Leader doesn't have to hear about anything. He'll find that A is competent, so A will have to do this. Okay. Then what is the other benefit of this? Strength of this approach. Strength is suitable when the subordinates lack knowledge and experience. In this scenario, leader is forced to do the job. Okay. Yes, he is supposed to make the decision. Okay. When the people or the subordinates, they do not have the sufficient knowledge or even the experience. In that case, the only way forward is leader making the decision. So that system also becomes an autocratic system, right? Or authoritarian system. And what are the weaknesses? Weakness, you can easily say, right? It creates low morale and less confidence in subordinates. So they don't have any role in the decision making process. They are just obeying the leader, right? They're just obeying the leader. So they don't have their morale will be low. They are just obeying. They are like puppets. Leader will say, do that, they'll do that. Don't do that, don't do that. Right? So it's there. So the morale will be low and their self-confidence will be also low. Okay? So people will feel that they are not good enough to make decisions. Okay? And what is the next thing? Next thing is good ideas. Okay? Good ideas and may come from the subordinates. Subordinates, sometimes they may have excellent ideas, but what will happen is they cannot be, they are not properly utilized, right? And even the capabilities. So ideas and capabilities of subordinates are not fully utilized. This is again the backdrop on this approach, right? So what do you understand by the autocratic or the or authoritarian leadership style? It's based on the authority. First thing, it's based on authority. Second one, here the leader makes all the decisions and the subordinates have just to obey. The leader is in supreme position, right? So what are the, and how does he do this? Because he has the power, he has the ability to withhold or give, okay, withhold or give rewards and punishment. So that's how this system works, right? And what are the benefits of this? Benefit is decision making is quick, responsibility assignment is also easy, and when the subordinates are inexperienced, they lack sufficient knowledge, this style of leadership is best. Okay? And what are the drawbacks? Drawbacks, subordinates, they don't have any role in the decision making process. So their morale will be low, their self confidence will be low, right? Again, because they don't have any role in the decision making process, their ideas, their capabilities are not fully utilized, right? So this is the problem with the authoritarian style. Okay. The next approach is democratic, democratic or participative leadership. Okay. So democratic or participative leadership means in this style of leadership, the leader consults with the subordinates and encourages the participation, right? See, we know other countries, like autocratic countries are there. In ours is a democratic country. So we have a role in the selection of the or election of the government. Okay? So we elect who will govern us. In similar way, here also the leader, he consults with his subordinates. Okay? And even if they are not participating, he will encourage them. I need an answer from you. Okay, what should we do? Okay? Encourage their participation. So the leader develops a strong teamwork over here. Okay? So here what will happen is there are two possibilities is there. Right? One is we have to take a decision. Okay, so our pen situation will take. Okay, so we have to make pen. So leader will say, okay, we have to prepare pen. So how much can we prepare? So he will take the input from all of the managers. Okay, all the concerned person, they will be asking, they will be giving out the answer. Right? What will happen is, and then finally they will have a discussion and they will reach upon a number. Okay, in other cases, the leader would have decided on 500. Okay, the leader would have decided that we in order to be in business, in order to stay profitable, we need to have 500. See, we know leader, manager plans, leader visions, leader sees. So leader knows we need to prepare 500. So leader has made a decision in himself, but he is not implementing. Okay, he doesn't come and say, okay, 500 pens have to be made. He come and ask, okay, what is your opinion? Okay, so whether can we do this? Okay, then people will respond. Sometimes it may be doable, sometimes it may not be. Okay, so there are two scenarios. So scenario one, there will be a discussion and then finally we'll decide. In scenario two, leader has already made up his mind. Yes, he's made a decision, but he is not implementing it. He is discussing about it. Right? He discussed about it, and then after that is done, uh, it will be implemented. Right? That is the second step. Second possibility. And what are the strengths of this style? It creates job satisfaction and increases morale of the subordinates. Helps to develop a positive attitude. Why? Because subordinates are hurt. Okay? They are hurt about their question. They are listened to. So they have an input. So they know they have a decision making role in the company. Right? So that makes them happier. So that will give them more and more satisfaction. Rather than obeying someone, they can also give their 2 cents, or they can give their opinion. So that will create better job satisfaction and that will increase the morale and overall that will develop a positive attitude. Okay. Now, what are the weaknesses of this approach? Weaknesses. First one is it's time consuming, right? So leader has to listen to all the persons, right? We listen to all the persons and only a decision is made, right? So it becomes time consuming, right? And finally, what will happen is your decision making is delayed. In the first case, authority instead, the leader will make a decision on the spot. Okay, based on his experience, based on his judgment, he'll make a decision. But here, decisions made after a discussion. Okay, subordinates have the leader will listen, not only listen but encourage the participation of subordinates. Okay, so it slows down the process, right? And then the second thing, it requires proper communication between subordinates and superiors. Again, see, the, the leader should hear the opinion of the subordinates, right? And the subordinates should also hear what the leader has to say. Okay? 500 pens has to be made, and why? So leader should explain. Leader will explain. Okay, this is the case. We need to make 500 pens. Subordinate will say, yeah, problem. So there should be open communication. Proper communication should be there. Okay, so there should not be something lost in the interpretation. Everything should be clear cut. So there should be requires proper communication between subordinates and superiors. Clear? So authoritarian style, democratic or participative style. Right? So in democratic or participative style, what happens? The leader consults with the subordinates and encourages their participation. Right? The leader develops strong teamwork and creates a job satisfaction, increases the morale, and also has to develop a positive attitude. These are the strengths. Okay? What you have to understand is here two possibilities are there. Okay? First one is the leader listens, consults with the person, then only makes a decision. Then other thing is leader may have made a decision, but upon consultation, upon talking with the leader, upon talking with the subordinate, then only he will implement it. Okay? That is the two scenarios. Okay. The third case is free reign leadership. Okay. So free reign means free, you are free, completely free. Okay. Under this leadership, complete freedom is given to the subordinates. Okay. The leadership, the complete freedom is given to the subordinates. Right? What happens is that the leader, the free reign leader, uses his power very little, if at all, giving a high degree of independence. Okay? So the leader over here, he doesn't use any power. Okay? His power use will be zero in most cases. Even if he is using, it will be very, very little. Right? And that gives the subordinates a higher degree of freedom. They can do whatever they want. Okay? What's the role of leader here? The leader frames the policy and gives full freedom to the subordinates. Okay, the policies will be framed by the leader. Okay, and how to do that, how to implement it. Okay, how to do that will be done by the subordinates. Okay, this is useful in creative business. Okay, normally it's not it will only be applicable in like your production or other kind of institutions, but for creative business that is best true. Okay, so what will happen is we take for an example for an ad agency. Okay, that's an advertisement company. So pen we need a advertisement for our pen company, right? So what we'll do, we'll call up them, then this is our product, we need an advertisement. So this is our budget range, this is our constraints. This is how, please prepare an ad for me for us, for our pen company, right? Now what their leader will do, so he'll note everything down. He'll say, he'll call up the creative heads. He'll say, okay, we have a new project. This is a pen company. They need this, this is their budget. They need this kind of ad. Please prepare accordingly. His job is done. The leader has completed his job. Now it is the duty of the subordinates to implement it. Okay, so they will decide upon which actors has to be hired, or whether we are going for an animated thing. That they will decide upon this, right? And what are the strengths of this leadership? The strength is full utilization of the ability of subordinates. Because leader is not giving anything to subordinates, so subordinates can prepare their own. So their abilities are fully utilized. Okay? Creates job satisfaction, increases morale. Again, what's happening? The people they are given complete thing. They can easily do what they want. Okay, provided they meet the requirements, they can do whatever they want. Okay, finally, client should that we should accept. Okay, this advertisement is good. We can move forward. If the advertisement, he or she can do whatever they want, right? And what are the weakness? There is no leadership. Obviously, leader is using no power. Even if he is using power, it's very little to very little, very little to none. That's the term. Very little to none. And what the thing is, subordinate does not get the guidance or support from superiors. Okay, again, what did the leader do? Okay, this is the advertisement to be prepared. This is what they have need. Do this, and it's over. Okay, they are given the constraints there. Now it is the subordinates job to think about it, to have. So they won't have any guidance. It's not part of the job of the leader, right? Okay. So we'll stop here for today. If you have any doubt, please let me know. So I believe it's clear, right? Pre-written leadership, the leader used no power or absolutely little power, and the complete freedom is given for the subordinates. This type of leadership is apt for creative business. Okay, what is the utilization of the abilities of the subordinates and better job satisfaction and morale. Problem is there is no leadership and there is no guidance, right? The subordinate cannot depend upon the support of the leaders.